Gonna change places here. Great. Well.
Side.
Oh, you're on. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, this is looking good.
Cool, guys. Great. Well, welcome everyone. We're sorry we got on 6 minutes late due to. I'm gonna blame Skype. I'm not gonna take personal responsibility.
Hello， 大家好，sorry 我哋遲咗6分鐘啊，咁我就諗住即係賴呢個 Skype 啦，我唔會個人承擔責任嘅。我哋頭先有少少技術上嘅問題，但係我哋終於咧都可以咧同大家見面啦。
Anyway, we are so excited to be able to talk relationships again.
係啊，我哋好興奮，因為我哋又講呢個關係啦。
I'm here with the amazing David and Kat and my amazing wife.
咁啊，我喺度就係同我哋超勁好嘅 David 同 Kat 啦。
Great friends of ours and also other Lifehouse pastors in our church.
我哋係除咗好朋友之外咧，我哋仲係即係生命堂香港嘅牧師團隊啦。
And great marriage, great relationship.
咁啊，有個好美滿嘅婚姻啦，同埋好好嘅關係。
How long have you guys been married?
你哋結咗婚幾耐啊？
Test you.
Test me. You can't test me with that.
Oh,
17 years.
when you can't remember, it's been a while.
當你唔記得嘅時候咧，即係代表你都咧結咗一段日子咯。But you still can't remember, even we are not like we haven't been married for that long.
It's been a while, Janice.
Okay.
佢都唔記得啊，就算我哋。
I may have asked her literally the question tonight, like, what year did we get married?
係啊，因為今晚咧 Richard 啱啱問過我，就係我哋邊年結婚㗎。
Anywway.
Going on.
點都
Not in
好
your
啦。
mind, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah. How are you guys? You good?
你哋點啊？好嘛？
Yeah. How about you guys?
你哋好嗎？
Good.
我哋都好啊。
We're in the living room today
我哋今晚
because
喺呢個飯廳。
our Wi-Fi has just been annoying.
因為咧，我哋嗰個嘅無線上網咧就寬頻有啲問題啊，所以我哋要去廳度做。
All the boys are in their bedrooms. Let's see how long that lasts.
所以我哋擺晒所有仔咧喺間房裏邊喎，咁我哋睇下佢哋捱到幾耐啊喺裏邊。
I want to see them burst through into
Come on.
the living room.
Oh no.
Oh, they will
It's
scream
like
first.
opening the floodgates and it can't go back.
係啊，佢哋咧，如果我哋一開門俾佢哋，佢哋好似啲羊咁樣會衝出嚟入棚。
Now we've got, according to this, we've got 13 people watching live. So,
好啦
guys, let us know you're there. Say hello.
我哋睇到我哋15個啦，
We
而家
can't see who you are until you comment.
係啦，咁我哋見到呢個有15位朋友咧，同我哋一齊睇緊嘅喎。我哋咧，如果你唔出聲嘅話咧，我哋就唔知你係邊個，所以不如你出下聲，等我哋知道邊個睇緊啦。
Maybe David and Kat, if you can have it open if you don't already, so you can see the comments. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see.
I am.
I can see Marisol
Kat,
and Maggie.
we keep losing you in the blur.
Yeah.
Cat 有一個漸蒙嘅效
I
果。
will not move anymore.
Okay.
Looking good.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
We're up
there
to. We're talking about relationships. If we're new with us, Mitsuko's saying hello.
係啊 ，hello， 各位好，係啦，即係如果咧你一直冇睇開我哋咧，咁就同你講聲，我哋係講緊關係啊。
And we are working through the Blue Book, which is the Bible study section in our Lifehouse app.
我哋咧就一路喺度咧係從 Blue Book 我哋嘅藍書出發，就喺我哋生命堂嗰個嘅下載程式嗰度你可以揾到嘅喎。
Maggie's saying hi.
Maricel
saying hi.
Yay!
So good.
非常
Man,
好
Maggie, you've been consistent. I'm impressed.
哇 Maggie 你好係我哋嘅忠實嘅觀眾喎。一直有煲我哋喎。
Yeah.
Cool. Lifehouse Hong Kong is saying hello, everyone.
咁啊，我哋生命堂香港
Who are you,
嘅
Lifehouse?
代表啦，就同大家 say hello。其實你係邊位啊？
Anyway.
好。
So we're in the Lifehouse app in the Blue Book and then in the relationship goals section, chapter 5, I believe.
係啦，咁咧我哋就喺咧我哋呢個嘅生命堂嘅嗰個 Apps 裏邊咧，我哋 Blue Book 裏邊咧，我哋就係講緊關係嘅，咁我哋就應該喺第5課嗰度噶啦。
And we're actually, this is part 2, so we did part 1 last week. Please go watch that.
今日咧係講緊第2部分，我哋上個星期咧就講咗第1部分，所以咧如果你冇睇到嘅咧，你可以咧之後睇翻噶喎。
This was so this was so big, this section, and so important, we felt it had to be more than one session. Maybe it's 3, I don't know.
因為依一課咧嗰個嘅長度咧都幾長，而我哋咧覺得好重要，好想去講晒佢，所以咧我哋可能會做第3集都唔定㗎喎。
So today we're really going to talk about boundaries in a relationship. Wise boundaries.
咁啊，我哋今日咧就會集中於講咧，就係設定一啲嘅界線啊，一啲咧即係明智嘅界線喺一段關係裏邊。
Now, I also want to say before we start that you know, boundaries are things that you set. It's not law. It's wisdom to protect yourself.
喺我哋再進一步去探討界線呢樣嘢之前咧，我就想講一講，就係界線呢樣嘢咧，係你要個人去設立嘅，就唔係話係一啲嘅律例啦，話你一定要點做，其實係因人而定嘅喎，同埋睇情況而定嘅。
We are certainly not telling you what you can and cannot do in a relationship.
所以我哋咧絕對唔係咧。我哋要先做個聲明先嚇，就係咧，我哋絕對唔係教你話咧喺你段關係裏邊一定要設立啲乜嘢類型或者咩程度嘅界線喎。
In fact, you can do whatever you want.
而其實咧，你中意做乜都得，因為呢個係屬於你嘅呢段關係。
But it just may not get the results that you want.
但係咧，如果你點做都得嘅話咧，就可能你會咧嗰個嘅果效就做唔到你想要嘅理想果效咯。
So we're going to share some practical kind of tips that are based off scripture in principle. Yeah.
咁所以我哋就想同大家分享一啲嘅 tips 啦。咁呢啲 tips 咧都係以聖經為本嘅，喺裏邊咧抽取一啲嘅智慧出嚟應用喺我哋嘅關係上面。
But this is not law.
但係呢個絕對唔係律法或者一啲嘅律例，你一定要咧唔守唔得嘅。
So, all right. So.
好，我哋開始咯喎。
Shall we just work through this point by point, guys, or?
Yeah.
不如我哋去即係順住序去睇啊，好唔好啊？睇男仔先啦，係咪？
So the title of this section is what you shouldn't do when you're in a relationship.
咁佢嗰度講咧就係話交往裏邊咧，關係裏邊咧一啲即係唔建議做嘅事情。
Can I get your comment on this one, David and Kat?
David 同 Kat 想問下你哋啦，你哋有咩睇法喎？就係第一條啦。
Don't pair off and isolate yourselves as a couple. Keep mixing with your friends.
佢就話咧，不要因為咧，即係依個掛住二人世界咧，而將周圍嘅人孤立起嚟喎。請繼續同你嘅友人咧去交流啊。
Thoughts？
有啲乜嘢嘅？你哋有啲咩睇法啊？
好緊要啊！呢個俾人哋會話你重色輕友啦。
Yeah, this is really important because people will. You need to make people feel like you're not boycotting your friends just because you're in a relationship.
係咯，其實好多時你會發現係會有咁嘅事情發生嘅。
You know, this happens a lot when couples, you know, go off together and because they're enjoying each other's company.
咁但係我覺得你身邊嘅朋友咧嘅支持繼續係要好緊要㗎。
But you need your friends. You really need your friends around you, godly friends.
係啦，有陣時好多嘢當中咧，你兩個人拍拖嗰陣咧，好多嘢睇唔到嘅。
When you're in love, when you're you know, when you're almost blinded sometimes what you can't do.
係啦，因為愛情係盲目㗎嘛，係咪
？Because it's
盲目。
Because love can be blind. Right? You can be so blindsided.
係啦，咁身邊嘅朋友有陣時都可能會有啲嘅意見，你拍緊拖都可能會俾到你嘅。如果有啲嘢高光嘅時候。
Yeah, and your godly, good friends around you. People who you allow to speak into your lives will have good advices for you.
係啦，咁尤其是領袖啦，當然係咪身邊嘅你嘅領袖啊，好似我哋小組嘅領袖啊咁樣啦。
Yeah, especially your leaders. You know, they love you and they will give you some suggestions or things that you may not have noticed about it.
係啦，Kat 你點睇？
好好啊，你 Yeah, good. Yeah.
You keep losing your cat into the blur. It's like a fog that keeps engulfing you.
Is this better?
Yeah. Now it's good.
可能咧，可能
唔係你唔好喐，唔好喐。
Okay, alright, this is better.
It's real sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I think it is true when you are enjoying each other's company.
係啦，咁當你拍緊拖啦，大家係真係進入咗個關嘅時候啦，墮入愛河嘅時候啦，
You want to spend time with that person.
Yeah.
It's natural.
係嘛？你就會好自然地花晒你所有嘅時間喺對方身上面，係咪？
But I love the fact that the Blue Book talks about boundaries, and it's all about protecting yourself.
亦都喺呢度講到嘅一個嘅界線啦、界限嘅時候咧，係可以幫助到你點樣可以做得更加好嘅。
Yeah, and as Richard, you pointed out, when we say what you shouldn't do, it's not us saying these are rules.
係啦，頭先阿 Richard
Yeah.
講到話有啲嘢你好似唔好做啊，唔係其實呢個唔係一個嘅好似個法律一個律例咁樣啦，一定要去禁止去做，唔係咁樣。
Yeah, it's recommendations for you to be in a healthy, thriving relationship.
冇錯啦，
Yes.
就好讓你咧去進入一個更加係一個成熟、穩重同埋一個健康嘅一個嘅關係裏面啦，係咪？
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would say on this topic, like not every, like we're at the relationship level. This is not marriage. In other words, not every relationship
Yeah.
is forever. Some of these will end.
係啊，因為我哋而家講緊交往呢個嘅階段啦，其實即係因為唔係每一段交往嘅階段都會係可以持續到永久啦。咁其實
And
有啲關係可能會係某啲原因而中斷嘅
If
喎。
when it ends, you still want to have some friends.
咁啊，當呢個關係中斷嘅時候，你就唔想乜都冇晒，係咪？你仍然會想有一班朋友喺你側邊去支持你，去陪
And
你。
I find a lot of young people fall into this trap where they build their life around their boyfriend or girlfriend, and then it ends, and they've got very little left.
我覺得好多年輕人啦，即係比較容易會忽視呢樣嘢，導致咧當一段關係走到完結嘅時候咧，佢哋就乜都冇啦，連朋友都
Yeah.
疏遠咗喎。
Yeah, I think it's so true that when you get married, you will have so much time together.
係啦，當你結咗婚之後，其實你大把時間一生一世
And to be
一
honest,
齊啦。
sometimes friends, if you don't have great friends walking with you along that journey,
如果你冇一個真係一個一個好朋友，呢個中肯嘅朋友喺身邊咧，係同你俾意見咧嘅話咧，
it's very easy to, I would say, to almost have no boundaries.
係啦，你就會好容易咧係會係超越咗你自己嘅底線啊，去做一啲嘅嘢。
Because you can honestly do, no one will know, you're not accountable to anyone, no one would know what you're doing.
係啦，咁因為咧，你好似係冇人管制啊，冇人去睇住嘅時候咧，你其實係會失控㗎啦，會亂嚟。
Yeah, so I guess let's talk some practical stuff here, and this is kind of leads to not verse 2.
咁呢個可以睇翻去到引申落去係第二點啦，裡面講到啦。
Yeah, similarly, like not spending time alone in an enclosed place.
冇錯啦，其實係
Yeah.
嗰陣時唔好淨係單獨兩個人咧喺一個嘅一個嘅房嘅空間裡面咁樣嘅環境啦。
When you are together, you are naturally attracted to each other.
因為咧喺呢個嘅個愛河嘅呢個愛戀當中啊，好自然地咧，你哋兩個係互相更加彼此係吸引住嘅。
And if you don't have great friends around you that keep you accountable,
因為通常咧，你嘅身邊嘅好朋友咧，佢會係有陣時會係比較可能係真係會幫手啦，睇住你哋啦，係咪？
and it's almost like you can ask your friends to keep you accountable.
係啦，
you know?
因為啲朋友都可以幫埋一齊啦，係點樣可以去管去睇住啦個落去嘅發展落去嘅會係點樣啦？
Yeah, I mean, and this is really wise here. Not invite your friends to hang out with you, but when you leave the apartment as well, when they leave, you leave.
咁啊，好似如果一班人去一個地方啦，咁當然啦，喺郊外唔同啦嚇。咁但係如果去到一個嘅環境裏面，一個空間裏面，一個房間裏面嘅時候，當大家眾人係一齊離開嘅時候，最好咧你都係一齊去一齊去離開嘅地方啦，唔好得翻你兩個喺一個嘅私人空間嘅位置。
I mean, in Hong Kong, it's pretty hard to go to well, I guess a lot of people are living with home, right?
因為咧好多時香港啊難啲啦，係嘛？因為好多我哋會同屋企人住啦嗰段時間，你未結婚之前。
And I think that's why sometimes people go on holidays together.
係啦，就會講到好似於是乎咧，
Yeah.
就約我哋不如係去第二個
Not
地方
good.
係 一齊去旅行啦，係咪？
Yeah, and just to spend some quality time together.
或者可能倒不如旅行嘅時候。
That's what married couples do.
呢個
That's
其實係
playing marriage.
最後一次去動物園 honeymoon 係咪
Yeah.
Like，
And
好
yeah,
似
I mean
去
exactly. Like that's
結咗
why
婚
you
先
have
做。
honeymoon. But I would say just because you go on holiday doesn't mean that anything's happened. It may or may not, but it doesn't mean that.
係咁，當然咧唔係講到話一定係去咗一齊去咗旅行嘅時候就一定會有事發生嘅，當然唔係啦。
But I guess it is no one knows because no one's there with you.
但係調翻轉嚟講就係因為嗰段時間係即係冇人係去幫手去睇住嘅時候咧，係會好多時咧係有咁嘅機會，大多數時間咧都係有機會咧係做咗一啲超越咗嘅行為出嚟啦。
Well, I guess you may be in separate rooms, but if it's all over social media, sometimes people guess.
咁就似乎可能你係分房瞓都好啦，但係咧始終去旅行嘅時候，大家都會猜測下會點樣啊，或者會諗多咗㗎啦，自然地
Yeah,
人
sorry,
哋都
I
諗多
think
你。
you probably went. That's a huge long answer to that.
咁所以就一個嘅
Yeah.
係一個最好嘅。
And I would add to it. I mean, like, I think you're also putting yourself in the path of temptation.
係啊，我覺得除咗頭先阿 Cat 所講之外咧，補充嘅就係你其實擺自己係一個誘惑當中啦。
And the wise thing to do is when you see temptation coming is to run in the opposite direction.
係啦，即係對於引誘誘惑呢一樣嘢咧，最好嘅處理方法就係你逃避佢咯。你見到佢喺前面咧，你就走相反嘅方向。
When we were dating, I was living by myself.
咁當我哋拍緊拖嘅時候啦，咁Richard 佢自己
And
就
Janice,
一個人住啦。
we had a little standard we set with ourselves where she would just never know where I lived.
As if I will chase you out.
I know, but no one could ever say anything. She didn't even know where I lived.
咁我
'Cause we
哋
would
拍拖嘅時候咧，我就連 Richard 住喺邊度都唔知添。咁
Now
呢個
that-
其實係保護翻大家嘅
You might say
關係
that's pretty extreme, but I didn't live with anyone, so if she was with me in my house, it would have been alone, and that's just not. We just wanted to enter into marriage well.
呢個界線可能有啲誇張咁啦，聽上去，但係由於因為我嗰陣時自己一個人住嘅關係咧，其實我做咩都冇人知嘅喎，咁所以避免有任何嘅誤解或者任何事發生咧，咁而我哋好想將最好嘅留待喺婚姻當中
In
啦。
fact, to get a bit scriptural, the Bible says, "If you keep yourself pure, you will be ready for every good work."
咁如果我哋再熟練一啲咧，其實咧聖經裏邊講到就係如果我哋係乜 if we are pure，
Yeah.
如果我哋係純潔嘅話咧，我哋其實係要準備好自己咧去迎接所有好嘅
And
好嘅事
so
啦。
we
祝福啦
both had big vision for our life. We wanted to be used by God in a big way. We wanted our marriage to be built on the right foundation. So we weren't willing to play with that level of temptation. We just decided to get married quick.
咁咧，我哋對我哋嘅生命都有好大、好遠大嘅意象啊、目標咁樣啦。我哋都好想喺有個好好嘅美滿嘅婚姻啦。咁所以咧，我哋咧就會設立一啲嘅嚴謹啲嘅界線咧，因而我哋可以保留最好嘅喺婚姻嗰度出現。咁呢個就係點解我哋嗰時咧做一個好即係決定好快就結婚啦。咁就呢個解決方法。
But we knew we wanted to get married, so that.
但我哋知道咧，我哋係適合我哋因為我哋同時間地亦都覺得大家適合對方，而我哋睇到婚姻係我哋下一步嘅階段咯，所以係啦，呢個就係點解我哋可以咁快進入婚姻階段嘅原因。
I think tonight we're going to have to go to part 3 next week, so let's not rush, because this is good.
係啦，咁我覺得咧，我哋可能咧今次呢個交往階段，我哋要分3個部分講啦，所以我哋就慢慢講啦，我哋就唔講啦。
Number 3 is don't ignore your boundaries.
好啦，第3個點就係咧，我哋唔可以忽視我哋嘅界
And I think
線。
this is talking about physical touch boundaries.
咁咧，我相信呢度講緊嘅就係我哋
You there?
大家聽唔聽到啊？
You dropped out for a second there.
No, you've
frozen
frozen.
啊。
I've frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen。
OK 啦。
而家
Okay?
OK？
All right.
Good。
Yeah.
So talking about physical
係講緊
boundaries.
咧身體上面嘅接觸嘅界線喎。
Gosh, this could go for a while.
咁
So
呢個可能講一陣啦，講一段時間啦。
who wants to go first? Who wants to say something?
咁啊，邊個想講先
Physical
咧
boundaries.
？Is kissing okay?
Well, it was for you.
Wow.
We kissed.
Well, I think I talked about that. I think kissing, yeah. I mean, kissing is okay, but how do you kiss?
And how long you kiss?
我哋呢個
That's a secret.
其實 kissing 應該冇問題嘅，係咪？
Yeah.
攬下嗰啲都冇問題嘅。
Well, put it this way: when you're in a public place, the kissing can't go on forever.
Yeah.
That's true.
When you're in a public
Unless you're shameless. Some people are. I've seen those people at the MTR station saying
about to
goodbye,
say
and you're just
that.
like, oh my gosh,
It's like
get a
them
room.
seeing each other off in the airport. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, no, the MTR. It's like
I
normally
know.
young people in the MTR. Like
係
it's
我哋
like
有時咧都會見到喺有啲熱戀嘅情侶啦，喺地鐵站講拜拜都可能會咧，即係接吻好耐咁樣，好難
Anyway.
以難捨咩難捨難離。
Yeah, I think physical boundaries is really important.
係啦，我哋都覺得係。其實呢樣嘅呢個身體接觸啦，其實都係一個好緊要嘅一個題目啦，個話題啦。
I think here's the thing to keep in mind. If you're not yet married,
咁如果你係仲係拍拖當中啦，但係未結婚嘅時候，呢樣嘢可以留意嘅。
that person that you're dating might not be your future husband or wife.
Yeah,
咁你
totally.
拍緊拖嘅對象啦，佢未必會真係你嘅未來嘅丈夫啦，或者係你嘅未來嘅太太嚟嘅喎。
So respect that.
係啦，你可能咧需要係去尊重翻呢個嘅一個嘅關係啦。
Because you won't want to go down the route where you want to be able to look at that person in the eye later.
咁你因為你想係第時咧都可能仲見到呢個人嘅時候咧，
Or
將來啊，
the spouse of that person.
係啦，或者係呢個可能係只不過係第時係喺別人嘅一個嘅伴侶，唔係你嘅喎。
And you know that there's nothing to hide.
咁係絕對係冇係好清潔嘅心嚟到去看待咧，同埋係即係你冇嘢係會需要去隱藏或者係發生過啲咩事咁樣，係
So
咪？
yeah, I mean, so in other words, what would you do in a public place?
咁所以就其實係講到話就好似對待呢件事件就好似係當你兩個係仍然係喺一個公眾環境當中係做呢件事咯。
Yeah. If you keep it public and the boundaries you set is it's in the like you can you're not afraid to show your affection publicly in a way that honors another person.
但係點樣咧？好似每一次嘅嗰個嘅接觸嘅關係咧，其實係要去到係好似係大家喺一個公眾場所咁，其實係嗰個嘅關係係可以係彼此俾人睇到係唔會係一個害羞嘅嘢咯。
Yeah, so let's talk about what that means. I mean, obviously kissing appropriately.
Well, can I before we expand that, can I talk to kissing because I've heard some Christians teach that you shouldn't kiss.
咁或者我哋再講一講有關於接吻啊，咁我亦都聽過有啲嘅教導就係話咧，基督徒咧其實咧係唔可以錫彼此喎，結婚之前。
And just keep in mind, kissing in some cultures is how you say hello.
咁講一講啦，就喺有啲嘅文化當中，有啲民族咧其實錫咧其實就係佢哋會講打招呼嘅方法嚟嘅喎。
So there's a difference between the kind of kissing that leads to other things and you know a cute, you know,
Peck.
yeah, a peck.
咁即係所以咧，其實我哋就要諗一諗，就係其實
Let's show them right now. No.
其實
我哋想睇啊！大家想睇係咪？
其實錫都要睇你點錫法，有啲錫咧係打招呼嘅友善式嘅錫法啦，有啲咧就真係咧會比較激情，會引進你哋咧去另一階段嘅錫法。
Now, I would say if you've had a problem with kissing in the past and it's led to other things, like maybe that's a good standard for you, but we don't push our personal conviction onto others as though it's law and from God. Like,
係啦，所以我哋嘅建議就係咧，如果你嘅經歷啦，就係可能以往咧，其實錫已經會令到你有機會超越界線嘅話咧，咁你可能就要將你個界線去切得緊啲咯喎。咁呢個其實係我哋嘅個人嘅諗法啦，但係我哋唔係話你一定要咁做，咁所以呢個唔係一個例，但係我哋會建議你去考慮呢一樣嘢咯。
We kissed, we enjoyed our kissing, but we didn't go further, and it was done carefully. All right.
係啦，即係咁，我哋都會去，我哋都會去。
Sorry, I think some people need to know this.
係啊，但係我哋講得白啲啦，我哋可以錫嘅，而我哋咧拍拖嘅時候都有錫啦，咁我哋亦都咧都享受彼此啦。但係我哋咧錫完就停㗎啦，咁樣咧就跟住係點啊？跟住就係咁樣啦，所以其實係可以做嘅。
去翻去你知佢去邊嘅屋企。
I won't tell the story. No, okay, I'm not going to tell the story.
好。
So.
因為今晚瞓聽。
Other.
我想聽喎。
I want that story. You started it now.
I don't know what he meant.
No, I told that story once in a message.
No.
And my wife didn't like it.
Okay, let's jump on to another point.
So, what about other boundaries beyond kissing, guys? Thoughts?
咁啊，好啦，仲有其他嘅界線啦，即係除咗錫之外。
都係要識得 say no 嘅，有陣時有啲嘢要拒絕，識拒絕。
Yeah, you'd have to learn to say. There are some things that's fine if you refuse to.
唔係樣嘢我要遷就晒對方啊！由佢做想點就點啦，唔係咁。
Yeah, you don't have to be completely adjusting to whatever and accept that this is the way it is.
係啊，因為代表愛對方唔係一定要做得一啲嘢，全係對方係想你點樣就係點樣咯。
Yeah, when you love someone, it doesn't mean that you agree 100% with whatever it is that they do or the standard.
唔係係對方想你做啲咩
？You don't agree with 100% what the other person wants you to do.
因為對方可能想做嘅其實係未必係啱嘅，真係都。
Yeah, because maybe that the other person what they want to do, it's not necessarily right.
係只不過你因為兩個墮入咗呢個愛河，你就會永遠覺得對方永遠做嘅嘢係做緊啱嘅嘢嘅啫。
Because when you're in this river of love, you're just sailing down it. It's like you just always feel like whatever that person does is right.
係啦，因為咧永遠都係愛情大過天㗎嘛，我哋有句説話係咪？
Because in Chinese you say love is bigger than the world.
咁你就永遠就唔會 say no 㗎啦。
And that means people will think it's never okay to say no.
係啦，咁但係記得你係可以 say no 嘅，因為你自己有個底線界限同有個原則㗎嘛。
Yeah, just remember you can say no because you have to set your own boundaries.
係啦。
Yeah.
同埋你唔需要去通過身體嘅接觸去證明你嘅愛咯，係唔係一個等於嚟㗎？
Yeah, you don't have to prove your love physically. Physical touch doesn't equate to how much you love that person.
Yeah.
So I guess just off the back of that means usually when you're attracted to each other like that, honestly, it talks about the bikini zone and the speedo zone. In the blue book。
咁啊，其實呢度講到咧一啲佢形容啦，就好似一個係一個
bikini
比堅尼嘅一個界線一樣啊。即係呢樣嘢係去到呢個位就真係要停。
Because it's honestly it could be like how do I put this eloquently? It could be like this switch that you just switch on very easily.
係啊，因為呢樣嘢係好容易係已經係辣着㗎啦，燒着嘅。
You can cross the line into this unstoppable road. You might be heading there if you don't put boundaries down.
即係你唔識得去控制佢停嘅時候咧，係可以係繼續踩落去嘅時候就係一個嘅已經過咗個底線。
And keep in mind, this is called married.
係，如果你有個思維咧，呢樣嘢其實係留翻俾喺結婚啊先至發生嘅時候咧，去進行嘅時候咧，就會更加當然係最好嘅一個嘅做法嚟嘅。
And I would just add, if you are in a relationship, for anyone who's listening, and you haven't been pure, if you are in a relationship.
當你如果係呢一刻你係已經係交往緊拍緊拖啦。
Yeah.
Yet you haven't maintained purity.
咁你如果可能係過咗一個嘅底線咧，咁點算咧
？You know, it's never too late to stop.
咁其實你要知道永遠都係唔會話too late 嘅，已經太遲啦，唔會嘅，係可以停止嘅。
That power to control it is within your own hands.
係因為你喺有嗰個嘅能力咧，係去 控制翻嗰個情緒啦，同埋係一個嘅嗰個行動，而家係可以做到嘅。
But here's what you need God's wisdom.
當然你一定要有神嘅智慧俾你啦，
You need friends that can keep you accountable.
亦都有朋友嘅幫助你係點樣係去睇實啦，係咪？
And you can always restart.
亦都係可以喺耶穌嘅一個嘅恩典當中，永遠係可以係重新嚟過嘅。
In
Yeah.
Christ, there is always a second chance.
喺耶穌嘅基督嘅懷抱當中，佢恩典裏面永遠可以係從頭嚟過嘅。係啦。
Yeah, I'm glad you went there, Kat, because we wouldn't want to go beyond, like, past that, because that's very important.
好好啊 Kat 頭先你 mention 呢樣嘢，因為一點係好重要啊。
I love being able to tell people that couples who are genuinely repentant, that God forgives you.
係，我好愛就係同人哋講，就係話，如果係一啲嘅情侶，佢哋真係悔改去做翻啱嘅嘢嘅話咧，神真係會大大去祝福佢。
And not only that, but actually he makes you clean.
咁啦，唔單止咁樣喎，就係神佢會潔淨你，令到你咧係純潔。
And so what you think you've lost, actually, in God's eyes, if you make the right decision today to change, you can go to your marriage pure in His eyes.
喺神嘅眼中咧，就係如果你今日咧能夠作出呢個改變，去做翻啱嘅話咧，神可以喺神嘅眼裏邊啊，你第日你將來嘅婚姻，你係走入呢段婚姻咧係如雪白一樣純潔。
Spiritually speaking, you're a virgin going into your marriage.
係屬靈嚟講咧，你係一個一個處男或者處女嘅身份咧係。進入你個婚姻階段嘅喎，神可以令你。
And I think that's wonderful news. So this conversation is not designed to make you feel bad if you've done the wrong thing, but it's to let you know God forgives.
係啦，呢段我哋今晚講開呢樣嘢咧，其實唔係令到咧你去感到難受或者自責喎，而係我哋想同你講就係喺神裏邊咧係有一個重新嘅機會，係有盼望，神佢會改變到你，令到你有個重新嘅開始。
And show your boyfriend or your girlfriend, show them that you care more about your marriage than just a moment of feeling good for a moment.
同埋咧，藉此咧，你做呢個決定嘅時候，你可以俾你嘅另一半、男朋友或者女朋友去睇到，就係你係認真地係對待以後嘅婚姻去考慮對方，同埋去保護大家。
If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend that is going to make you feel bad or say, oh, you don't love me anymore because you won't sleep with me, it's actually the opposite. It's I care too much about this relationship and the future of it to sabotage it.
如果你嘅男女朋友咧，佢同你講話，如果你唔同我一齊瞓嘅話咧，你就即係佢就唔開心嘅話咧，其實佢係着緊暫時性眼前嘅關係多過以後大家嘅將來大家嘅婚姻嘅喎。
And if someone is just won't stop, like they're relentless and trying to make you feel guilty for that or putting pressure on you, that's a very good sign. Do you want to be with this person? Because this is something you really value, and they don't care about that.
係啦，咁如果你嘅男女朋友去持續地咧，佢去唔開心啦，為着你唔同佢再做一啲超越界線嘅行為嘅時候，如果係持續係咁樣去令到你咧覺得係內疚啊等等嘅咧，你就要重新再諗一諗，就係佢其實佢重唔重視你覺得重要嘅嘢咯？咁你照再諗係咪依個人你可以長遠再同佢一齊發展落去
？Can I speak to the girls?
咁不如我都同下女士們去講嘢啊！
If a guy is pressuring you
如果咧對方
to go further
去咧俾壓力你咧去超越呢個界線嘅話
and doesn't listen to you
而唔去尊重或者聽你講嘢嘅話
run away
你就要遠離去啦
There are better guys out there
因為咧出邊
You deserve better
有更好嘅男士咧佢係更懂得去尊重你，你係配得一個更好嘅
Hope that's not too straight
希望我唔會太過直接
That's out
啦
of care
但係呢個咧係從一個即係着緊你嘅心去關顧你嘅心
What do you think, guys? Would you agree with that? Is that fair?
你哋覺得咧
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Honestly, there's so much to talk about.
We got through 3 points.
我哋講咗3點
It's fine.
係啊，好好啊，冇問題啊。
3 hours, everyone. Just grab a pillow and
Yeah.
change.
咁啊，係啦，大家準備定啲床鋪啊，我哋會再講多3個鐘。
件衫啊，攞定枕頭出嚟。
Well,
Yeah.
let's finish there and let's just go from the next one next week.
係啦，不如我哋咧今晚就講到呢度啦，咁我哋下個禮拜再繼續啦，好唔好啊
？So join us next week for part 3 of our 50-part series.
咁咧下個禮拜繼續咧收睇我哋50集裏邊嘅第3集咯喎。
好似愛回家咁啊，其實。
Yeah.
係啊。Just like this.
Yes.
Awesome.
And yeah, just let me plug church. So Sunday, 9:30 and 11:30, we have amazing online services. Join us.
好啦，我哋講一
Be part of
講
the
先，就
family.
係咧禮拜日啊，每逢禮拜日嘅9點半同埋11點半咧，我哋都有線上嘅崇拜啦。咁我好想邀請你哋同我哋一齊參與，因為呢個大家庭咧，你哋都係有份㗎。
Any last words, guys?
仲有冇啲嘢要補充啊 ，David 同 Kat？
No, I think I think we just have to, kind of just in digestible chunks. There's a lot to cover.
係啦，其實係因為太多嘢我哋可以講到啦，咁所以唔緊要，我哋慢慢會繼續同大家分享。
Maggie's saying thank you.
We thank you for watching too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Who wants to pray?
我嚟啦。
Yeah,
Can't
David.
remember who. David.
Yeah.
Yeah, he leads the prayer team. Come on.
好
熟練嘅 David 啊，
He's pro.
佢帶我哋嘅禱告嘅。
好啦，逢星期六咧，我哋有呢個嘅祈禱會啦，喺線上祈禱會。
Yeah, we have an online prayer team, guys, at Saturday 9
星期六嘅9點鐘晚上嘅，唔使驚，唔係早上。
9 p.m. not a.m. So anyone can join us.
冇錯啦，呢個星期六瞓晏啲都得。
Yeah, you can sleep all you like and then turn up to the online prayer.
冇錯啦，係啦。
Okay.
話我聽就得㗎啦。
Okay, just tell me.
好
Pray 啦。
OK， 好，主耶穌多謝你啊！
Okay, Father, we thank you
主啊，我哋
tonight.
知道咧，每一段嘅關係，主啊，都係你俾嘅一個機會當中啊。
God, we thank you that there's always a second chance.
主啊，我哋求主保守在每一段而家係拍拖緊、交往緊嘅每段嘅關係裏面啦。
And we just that every single person right now who might be watching in a relationship.
係啦，佢哋男女都，佢哋係每個嘅關係裏面，佢哋認知到啊，今晚之後認知到嗰個嘅界線係同埋嗰個嘅原則係喺邊度，係繼續去遵守。
Yeah, and we thank you, God, that you will remind them and speak to them personally about boundaries.
係啦，靠着嘅每一個嘅對呢個神理嘅價值觀咧，繼續係好開心去交往落去啦。
And their relationships will be filled with your love, joy.
係啦，但係當中有一啲嘅想重新嚟過嘅一個嘅關係裏面嘅投資，你亦都係你嘅恩典，你嘅保守嘅就係喺每個人嘅生命當中啦。
Yeah, and for those who in a relationship who want to have a fresh new start, we thank that you are in the midst of them.
係啦，因為主你嘅恩典永遠係存在喺我哋嘅每個關係裏面，好多謝你主。
Thank you for your grace over those relationships.
感謝你，奉耶穌嘅名求你。
Amen.
Amen.
非常好啊！
Awesome. Well, good night, everyone. We'll see you at church.
好啦，早唞各位，我哋會喺星期日線上崇拜見大家啦。
Bye bye.
拜拜。